Welcome to English Dialogues. In 2016, 3 important things happened in the United States that had never happened before. 1. More women had jobs than men. 2. 30% more women graduated from university than men. And 3. A majority of couples were now saying that when they had a baby, they would prefer to have a girl instead of a boy. These facts are in a book by Hannah Rosin called The End of Men, which makes me think it's time for Jack and Rockaby to ask themselves, what does it mean to be a man in the 21st century? In order to understand this listening exercise, you need the following vocabulary. Instead, en cambio, penis, pene, gun, pistola, chin, barbilla, size, tamaño, trend, tendencia, beard, barba.
So, Rockaby, what does it mean to be a man in the 21st century?
What does it mean to be a man in the 21st century? Well, the most important thing is that for the first time in history, being a man doesn't have a fixed meaning. We've been liberated from a model which we had been following for thousands of years. Now, today's men can choose to follow traditional models of masculinity if they want, or they can define a new type of masculinity. Or, in the case of Bruce Jenner, you can even cut your penis off and inform the world that you're a woman.
Thanks for that image, Rockaby.
You're welcome.
So, what you're saying is that the question, what does it mean to be a man in the 21st century, is impossible to answer because there's an infinite number of ways in which men can decide what it means to be a man.
In theory, yes, but let's be honest. Men, we have unlimited capacity for fantasy, but very limited imagination. So, in my opinion, there are basically 5 types of men in the 21st century.
This should be interesting. Please tell us about these 5 types of men.
Okay. The first type is called the angry man. The angry man is angry about the position of women in today's world and wants them to be submissive again. Some are older men who remember the old world, while others are young men from the extreme right of politics or religion.
Like the alt-right in the United States?
Exactly. Some of them, however, became angry through circumstance. For example, their girlfriend went off with another man, or a female colleague was promoted instead of them. Basically, they feel robbed, and sometimes, but not always, this feeling of being robbed usually extends beyond women and includes immigrants or some other social group.
Do you really think that a man who has a bad experience with one woman can end up being angry at all women?
I don't think I know.
Really?
There's a lot of websites where ex-husbands share their stories and their hate. And think about the amount of men in the United States who take a gun and kill their ex, which is interesting because men are supposed to be more rational and less emotional than women.
Well, let's not start talking about the differences between men and women because that's a separate podcast. Tell me about the second type of man instead.
The second type is called the uncertain man. When you ask him what it means to be a man, he will tell you that being a man is a key part of his identity, but can't explain why exactly. This is how they typically answer when you ask them what it is about them that makes them a man. He puts his finger to his chin and starts saying,
I don't know really. I like football.
But so does my girlfriend.
I like beer.
But so does my girlfriend.
Well, I dunno. Being a man, it's just part of you, isn't it?
The uncertain man is, therefore, uncertain about what it means to be a man, but certain that it means something, which is very different from number 3, who has a very clear idea of what it means to be a man.
Which is?
Size.
Size? You mean like...
I mean size. For the third type of man, size is everything, because he sees masculinity as fundamentally physical. To be a man means to have all the physical qualities that distinguish men from women. Big muscles, tall, strong, etc. That's why I call him the physical man. Physical men are the ones who are driving this trend for beards, big beards, because they believe in the physicality of being a man.
Well, I think I can exclude myself from that category, and the two before it, which means I'll probably be the next one. So tell us about the fourth type of man you've identified.
In order to understand the rest of this listening, you need the following vocabulary. Dope, droga. Male, macho. Sucks, da asco or chupar. Sucks, bullshit, tonterías, mentiras. Spit it out. Escúpelo. Di la verdad. Spit it out. The fourth type is the lost man.
That sounds like me. Tell me more.
The lost man is an ordinary guy who bases the narrative of his life on an extraordinary man who he admires. Therefore, a young man selling dope on a street corner may identify with a famous African-American rapper who also sold dope on a street corner before they were famous. And it's all a part of his narrative that he's a gangster. Another example. A regular policeman may see himself as a mysterious and sexy detective that he's seen in a series. Or a university student who's taking drugs and wants to be a writer may see himself as a young Hunter S. Thompson. The common thing about these narratives is that they are based on an ideal man, an alpha male, respected by other men, desired by women, and living an exciting life. We call him lost because he's lost contact with the reality of ordinary life and ordinary men.
And good luck to him. Ordinary life sucks. And now, if I'm not mistaken, we're on number 5.
That's right, number 5. The good man.
Finally, something that sounds positive.
Very positive, because the good man wants society to be rich and happy and peaceful. He understands that to achieve this, we need to give everybody an opportunity to contribute to the economy and politics of the country. He sees his job as a man, therefore, to make sure that society eliminates the injustices of the past, where women and lots of other groups were excluded from society. The good man sees himself in the traditional role as a protector of the community, but in the style of the 21st century, protecting the rights of everybody in that community, irrespective of their gender, sexuality, or race.
Rockaby, I don't want to be cynical, but isn't it a bit of a coincidence that the man you call the good man seems to have a lot of your beliefs?
Yes, Jack, absolute coincidence. The classification system is 100% objective.
No comment. So, we've reached number 5. Aren't there some types of men who are missing from your list?
Well, yeah, but there are certain types of men I didn't include because I didn't want to offend anybody.
Bullshit. You've spent most of your life offending people, Rockaby, so spit it out. Come on.
Well, I think there's some men who we'd probably call minos.
Minos?
Yeah, it's an abbreviation. M-I-N-O. Man in name only.
Oh, Jesus, stop there. Maybe you're right. Let's not offend our students.
Well, it's only offensive if you subscribe to all the old ideas about masculinity. Surely a mino is, in a way, the perfect man, because he's a biological male, but doesn't believe or follow any gender stereotypes. In fact, I'm a mino.
Well, I think there's a lot of women who will disagree that a man in name only is the perfect man. But we'll let them decide the issue in class. So, after Rockaby's admission that he's a man in name only, I'd like to thank everybody for listening. We'll see you next week.
No, wait, editor, delete that. Girls, I'm a real man, I swear, really. Hello everybody, this is Rockaby. Now, let's do a quick pronunciation class. Today, I'd like to focus on a simple word from the dialogue. Physical. I like this word because my Latin students always say the word incorrectly. They say physical, but the I sound is not E, and the al is not al. It's I and ul. Physical. Physical. Okay, so I want you to say physical 3 times. Go. Good. Physical. 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 Physical, baby. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Now we're going to do a quick test of the vocabulary from today's dialogue. I'm going to say the word in Spanish, and you're going to say it in English. Okay, let's go. Excuse the first word. Pene. Penis. En cambio. Instead. Pistola. Gun. Barbilla. Chin. Tamaño o talla. Size. Tendencia. Trend. Barba. Beard. Droga. Dope. Macho. Male. Chupar o da asco. It sucks. Tonterías. Mentiras. Bullshit. That is some motherfucking bullshit, motherfucker. Escúpelo o di la verdad o di lo que quieres decir, joder. Spit it out. Spit is escupir. Okay, my fantastic students, don't forget to visit vocatic.com. Let's do a Skype class. Skype, you and me. Yeah. Apúntate en la página web. Okay, I'll see you next week when we're gonna discuss Catalonia.